Alright, in this video I will tell you the alternative method to solve the exact equation. So in the previous method we have started with m, and then in the step 3 to 4 we related with n, and in the alternative method we start with n and assume that n equals to partial f by partial y and then relate it with m, right? So there is just a difference and not anything special in that. So first of all, in the same way you have to check the exactness criteria, and that is partial n by partial y equals to partial n by partial x. So you have to check this exactness criteria. Now what you have to assume, the procedure starts from here, that you have to assume that in the step number 1, assume that n x y equals to partial f by partial y. So basic objective is same here. You have to achieve f of x y equals to c. So what you have to do, you have to integrate this with respect to y to make it f of x y. So integrate both sides with respect to y. So what it becomes here, left hand side, right hand side I am writing it left hand side, and it becomes, when it is a partial derivative with respect to y and it is integrated with respect to y, so it is left with the only function f of x y, and here it's not a specific function, so I am writing it same like this, n x y, and we integrate it with respect to y. So here again partial derivatives and integrating it, so x is considered as constant. So what we have to do, we have to add the function of x here. So I am writing the constant of integration as function of x, that is g of x, right? And what we have to do, we have to name it with equation a. Third step, now we have to relate this n with m. So in the third step, assume or let m x y equals to partial f by partial x. So m x y equals to partial by partial x of f of x y, and what we have to do, we have to replace the value of f of x y from equation a. So partial by partial x f of x y, n x y dy plus g of x. So what it becomes, we don't have a specific function, so it remains like this, partial by partial x integral n x y dy, and here g is the only function of x. So here partial derivatives becomes the ordinary derivatives, and due to the linearity property, when it is applied in the second term, this g of x, then it becomes g dash of x, and here it is m, right? Now we have, in the specific functions, we have some kind of m function and also some kind of n function, and most of the terms containing y gets cancelled, and we are only left with g dash of x as some function of x. This is some function of x, right? So in the last step, what we have to do, we have to integrate this function with respect to x. So integrating this function with respect to x to get the g of x plus c, and then replace this g of x in this equation a, and we get the solution f of xy equals to c. So that is the alternative method for exact equation.